Welcome to watch this video. In this video, I'd like to do a demo on identifying a SQL performance issue with the CA Plan Analyzer and how to do the tuning by defining an index. This is the agenda for this demo. First, we will demo how to identify a SQL with performance issue with CA Plan Analyzer. Then, define a watch index with the CA Plan Analyzer and validate the effectiveness of that index by doing an explain. After we make sure the virtual index is working, we will go further to create a physical index and drop the physical one. Then do the rebind for the package. Last, we do explain again. Most of DB2 clients run DB2 reports regularly. The statistics report is an essential one. It's easy to identify I/O-related issues on certain table spaces from dataset statistics section, which can bring great negative impact on the SQL performance. In this demo, I'd like to show using CA Plan Analyzer to find out the problematic SQL that introducing I/O problem on a table space which already reported have a large amount of get pages in DB2 statistics reports. This is the main panel for a CA Plan Analyzer. Key in ES at command line and press enter. We will define an explain strategy. Strategy is a term in CA Db2 Tools, which means just a definition for certain kind of operation and including all the options for that operation. When a strategy is defined, it can be executed over and over again in the same manner, and the results can be kept for later review and a comparison between different executions. In this panel, key in C in column CMD means we'll create a new explain strategy, and TSSCN as strategy name, table space scan as description. Then press enter. In this panel, key in expert in command line means we will switch to expert mode to define an explain strategy. Then press enter. In this panel, we key in C in the first column, which means we will define an explain request, as currently we only know the name of a table space has a large amount of I/O, but don't know where the SQL statement is located. So we need a function that can filter out all SQL statements from DB2 catalog that are dependent on that table space, then do explain on all of them. The CA Plan Analyzer provides this ability. Key in AO in the following column, which means Plan Analyzer will automatically build the SQL statements from DB2 catalog that dependent on the object we will define later. This panel is for the filters for building the explain request list. Key in TS in object type and the table space name PTITSDEF in object field and the PTDB in creator field. That means Plan Analyzer will find out all SQL statements which executing against that table space from DB2 catalog, then executing the explain strategy. So we can find out all SQL statements have performance issues related to this table space. Now we completed the filter definition, then press F3 to save and quit. In this panel, a new line showed. This is an explain request we just created for this explain strategy. Then press F3 to quit. Here got the message that shows the strategy has been saved. Now we are ready to execute it. Type in E before the strategy and press enter. Here we just need key in base in identifier field. This is used for the label for the result for that execution. then press Enter. After the execution completed, the result shown under the strategy with the label we just defined before. So we can review the reports for this execution by type R before the result, then Enter. There are a bunch of reports available after the explain strategy is executed. Select the Access Path report and Enter. From the Access Path report, we can look for keyword tablespace scan to identify the SQL using tablespace scan, which may cause large get pages. Here we find one. Press F7 to scroll up. So we can get the SQL statement number here. Then press F3 to find the SQL. Here we can find the SQL statement. This is a SQL calls a large amount of get pages on that table space. Then we will create an index for it. First, we will create a virtual index for the SQL within SQL Plan Analyzer. From the main panel, key in VI at command line and Enter. In this panel, we need input information for the table and the TSU user. Then key in VC in front of the table name, which means could create a virtual index for it. Then press Enter. At this panel, just need key in S at key select field. Then press Enter. Then all the columns for the table listed below. We can select the columns for the index and key in the sequence number. Then press Enter. Then the result can be saved and showing the confirm info. Then can press F3 to return. Here we can see a virtual index has been created and enabled. The DB2 optimizer can use it when next SQL explain executed. So we will run the explain again and validate the access path changing. Same as before, key in E in front of the strategy and press Enter. At this panel, we don't input anything. Then CA Plan Analyzer will automatically assign a label to this execution. Then press Enter to submit the explain. Now we will check the report for the second explain. We can see a label V00001 is assigned to this explain. Select the access path report and Enter. Locate the SQL statement that we defined index for and scroll down. Then we can see now the access path turns into matching index again, and the virtual index we just defined is in use. So here is a compare report, can show the access path changing before different executions. For each SQL statement, all access paths from last explain will be shown first. It was table scan before. And now it turns into index scan. Compare report is easier for validating SQL performance tuning result. As a virtual index can help to enhance the SQL's performance, so we need to define a real index for this SQL. This can be done by another CA Db2 Tools option, RC Update. We key in 3 from CA Db2 Tools main panel and press Enter. Then can enter the RC Update main panel. In this panel, we key in C in option, means we'll create an object. Key in I in object field means we'll create an index. Add a name input the index name and the following by creator, then enter. In this panel, just need input the table name and the creator. Other index options can be adjusted according to your preference. Then press enter. In this panel, we use block selecting to select all the columns for the index. Then press enter. In this panel, we can see the detailed information for the index, just for validation. Then press F3 to return. Then we can get the DDL for define the index. We can press enter to execute this DDL directly from here. Key in Y in this panel for confirming the DDL's execution. Then press enter. Here we can get the result of the DDL execution. Here we can see return code is 0. The index is created successfully. Next, we will drop in the virtual index. From CA Analyzer main menu, type VI in command line and press enter. In this panel, key in the table information and the user info. After press enter, all indexes including physical index and virtual index will be listed below. Then type D in front of the virtual index and press enter. Then the virtual index would be dropped. Here we got the message that confirming the virtual index has been dropped successfully. So now we have defined the physical index for the table, then need to do a rebind on the packages that including the SQL to make sure the optimizer will use it when executing the SQL. From Plug Analyzer main menu, type PU at command line and enter. We go to the panel for package utilities. We can do plain package management here just by simple operation. First, we need to provide info for the packages info. Here, we key in the collection ID and the package name, then press enter. Then the packages show below. Just type in R in front of the package, which means we'll rebind that package. Then press enter. Then the statements for the rebinding generated automatically and displayed here for review. You can press enter to process. Here we can see the rebind execution completed successfully with return code 0. After the rebind, the access path of SQL has been calculated again and written to Db2 catalog. Now we will do a current explain and validate the actual access path. From Plug Analyzer main menu, type ES at command line and enter. Then type E in front of the strategy. At this panel, we select a profile that will do a current explain. Current explain means just read Db2 catalog and show how current access path is, rather than let Db2 optimizer redo the access path calculation. When the explain complete, we can have a check on the report. Select the access path report and press enter. Locate the SQL statement and scroll down. The SQL statement is listed below. And here we can see the access path already turns into matching index scan, and the new physical index we just created before it is in use. Now the demo is end. In this demo, we showed how to use CA Analyzer identify a SQL statement which has large I/O and how to tune it. Hope it's helped. Thanks for watching it.